Genesis 2. The heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. On the seventh day God finished his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. God blessed the seventh day and made it holy, because he rested in it from all his work which he had created and made. This is the history of the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that Lord God made earth and the heavens. No plant of the field was yet in the earth, and no herb of the field had yet sprung up, for Lord God had not caused it to rain on the earth. There was not a man to till the ground, but a mist went up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. Out of the ground, Lord God made every tree to grow that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it was parted and became 4 heads. The name of the first is Pishon. This is the one which flows through the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold, and the gold of that land is good. There is aromatic resin and the onyx stone. The name of the second river is Gihon, the same river that flows through the whole land of Cush. The name of the third river is Hiddekel. This is the one which flows in front of Assyria. The fourth river is the Euphrates. Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. Lord God commanded the man, saying, "Of every tree of the garden you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat of it, for in the day that you eat of it you will surely die." Lord God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him." Out of the ground, Lord God formed every animal of the field and every bird of the sky, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. Whatever the man called every living creature, that was its name. The man gave names to all cattle, and to the birds of the sky, and to every animal of the field. But for man there was not found a helper suitable for him. Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. He made the rib which Lord God had taken from the man into a woman and brought her to the man. The man said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She will be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore a man will leave his father and his mother, and will join with his wife, and they will be one flesh." They were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. Genesis 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any animal of the field which Lord God had made. He said to the woman, "Yes, has God said, 'You shall not eat of any tree of the garden'?" The woman said to the serpent, "Of the fruit of the trees of the garden we may eat. But of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, 'You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.'" The serpent said to the woman, "You won't surely die, for God knows that in the day you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit of it, and ate, and she gave some to her husband with her, and he ate. Both of their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked. They sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. They heard the voice of Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And the man and his wife hid themselves from the presence of Lord God among the trees of the garden. Lord God called to the man and said to him, "Where are you?" The man said, "I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself." God said, "Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you not to eat from?" The man said, "The woman whom you gave to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I ate." Lord God said to the woman, "What is this you have done?" The woman said, "The serpent deceived me, and I ate." Lord God said to the serpent, "Because you have done this, cursed are you above all cattle and above every animal of the field. On your belly shall you go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. He will bruise your head, and you will bruise his heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly multiply your pain in childbirth. In pain you will bring forth children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you have listened to your wife's voice, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, saying, 'You shall not eat of it,' cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you will eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns also and thistles will it bring forth to you, and you will eat the herb of the field. By the sweat of your face will you eat bread until you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken. For you are dust, and to dust you shall return." The man called his wife Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Lord God made coats of skins for Adam and for his wife, and clothed them. Lord God said, "Behold, the man has become like one of us, knowing good and evil. Now lest he put forth his hand, and also take of the tree of life, and eat and live forever." Therefore Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed cherubs at the east of the Garden of Eden, and the flame of a sword which turned every way, to guard the way to the tree of life. If this story made you think, don't stop here. Click here for more Bible stories with real-life meaning.